Hi there, my name's Sola. I'm one of the engineers here at Just Vertical, and I'm here to guide you through setting up your eave. The first thing is to place your eave near a power outlet, not near any vents, and not in a place where there is direct sunlight for too much heat. Now let's take a look at the anatomy of our eave. The eave comes fully assembled with two lights, 1 and 2. The eave also comes with 12 pods that can be taken out of their plant sites and placed back in easily. You can also switch around the pods if you wish. The cabinet in your eave contains all the electrical and plumbing used to power your eave. Let's take a closer look. Starting from the top, you will first notice the eave light controller. This has the timer and the dimmer for your eave lights. Next, we have the reservoir, which contains the pump, the power cord, the GFCI cable that we will need to set up our eave. Let's take them all out. What I am currently holding is a T. It is where all three connections that supply water to both sides for your eave meet. The supply line is the clear plastic tubing. Go ahead and ensure all supply lines are pushed in firmly into the T. The black pipe behind the supply line and T is the drain. Please make sure that your drain is always placed inside of your reservoir to avoid any leaking. I am now going to remove all the contents from my reservoir. In order to set up our timer, let's first make sure that our dimmer is turned all the way to the right. Next, I'm using a pencil to push the C reset key in order to reset my timer. The next thing I'm going to do is to make use of the D, M, and H functions in order to adjust the date, hour, and minute to the current time. For this example, I chose 2:20 p.m. on a Wednesday. Using the program function P, I am now going to set the time that I want my eave lights to come on. You will notice the one on the bottom left side of the display. Next, I will use my H and M functions in order to set the time that I want my lights to come on. For this example, I chose 6:15 a.m., which is around the time that I usually wake up. I am then going to use my P function to set the time that I want my lights to go off. You will notice the one off on the bottom left on the screen. I will then make use of my H and M functions to set the time that I want my lights to go off. For this example, I chose 10 p.m., which is around the time I like to go to bed. At Just Vertical, we recommend having your lights on for 18 hours and off for 6 hours. This has been proven through our testing to be the optimal amount of light needed to grow healthy, nutritious plants at home. I will now press the clock function, and that's it. My timer has been set. Let's now take a look at what we removed from our reservoir. First, we have the pump. The pump is connected via quick connects, one shown here, followed by the black box, into another quick connect, and now finally the power cord for the pump. Next, we have the GFCI. GFCI stands for Ground Fault Circuit Interrupter and is used to protect your eave and your home from sharp circuit changes. We now have the power cord for your eave. Last but not least, this is the power cable for your eave light controller, which we'll be using in a second. I'm going to put away my power cord and my GFCI to the side for a quick second. I am then grabbing the power cable for my light controller and putting it through the opening in the back of the eave cabinet. I am then going to disconnect the quick connects that are closest to the power cable for the pump. I am then placing the quick connect through the opening in the back of the cabinet, leaving the power cable outside. I will then place the pump inside the reservoir. Then I will place my reservoir back into the cabinet. I will then now reconnect the pump quick connects and place all my cables on the left side of the reservoir. This is how it looks like behind my eave. I am now grabbing the light controller power cable and plugging that into the power cord. I will then do the same for the power cable for my pump. I then take the cable from the power cord and plug that into the GFCI. I will then locate the nearest power outlet, plug in my GFCI, and push the reset key. And now my eave has come to life.